Okay, nail trimming. So some of you are missing us because we can't be here for nail trimming, and I'm really sorry about that. It's just not safe, and we want to keep you safe, and we want to keep us safe. So unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a long haul. So couple little things for you. So right now I want to talk about nail trimming. So I've got a wooden skewer here because I don't have a dog here to work on. Now some of you these are a scissors style nail trimmer, and that's the kind that we use here in the shop. We do like the scissors style. There's a little guard on it, but that can be a little bit deceptive. I don't use it. I tend to want to shove it out of the way because I like to really be able to see the nail, because otherwise that guard is actually going to let me take off, I think, on a lot of dogs, too much nail. And I'd rather do frequent trimmings and just a little bit at a time, and I want to be able to see what I'm doing. So if we pretend this is the nail, a lot of people are going to want to just do that and just do straight across and take a big chunk off. And that can get you in a little bit of trouble because there is a blood vessel in the nail, and you want to try not to get it because it will make your dog bleed a little bit. Now, if that happens, don't panic. There is such a thing as styptic powder, and that's what we use in the shop. But if you can't get that right now because of the difficulty in getting things, you can use cornstarch or flour in a pinch and just have it sitting beside you. And if you do get it quick, press it on and try and just hold it still. Now, some dogs are not going to enjoy having their feet handled and you being really fussy, so you may have to condition them to that before you start trying to trim the nails, just to the sound. And you can actually use something like this to get your dog used to the sound and the noise of the clippers. So they're gonna hear that, and just give them a treat every time. I'm just gonna grab a different one here. So it'd be like clip, treat. They get used to the sound. Clip, treat. Just to get used to the sound. Clip, treat. Okay. Once your dog is more used to the sound and you've handled the feet a little bit, and you can hold the dog's foot without too much problem. If you just take the foot and you look at the nail and you just take a tiny bit, but I like to take it on an angle. So not straight across, because then you're going to get sharp bits. But if you take it on an angle and just take a little bit and then do the other side and top, so you're going left, right, top, or vice versa, and you're going basically around the quick instead of cutting straight across. And you're just taking tiny, 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 tiny little pieces. So you can see some of the pieces on the nail trimmer, and they are small. There's no big chunks there. Okay, and then you're going to be able to round the nail around the quick. Now what you're looking for is in the middle of the nail, which obviously there isn't on my skewer, but in the middle of the nail, when you start getting close to the quick, you're going to start to see a little circle in the middle where the texture and the color changes a little bit. So on white nails, it'll usually be a little pinker in the middle, and on black nails, it'll actually be a little bit lighter in the middle. And you want to stop when you see that starting to change a little bit. So just a little tiny bit at a time. And you'll notice if you take it from side to side and up, side to side and up, instead of straight across, that you don't get a point or a sharp nail. You get a nice, rounded, fairly smooth nail. And if you want it a little bit smoother, you can run an emery board over it. But usually I just do this with my thumb, and I can feel if there's any sharp bits, and I might need to go back in there and take a little bit more off with the clipper. And yeah, we're sorry we can't help you these days, but hopefully that helps give you an idea. And don't forget to have a little bit of cornstarch or flour or styptic powder beside you, just in case you do get it a little bit too short. It's not the end of the world. Just press and hold that on for a few minutes, and then just keep the dog quiet for a little bit so it has a chance to just stop up and stop bleeding. Okay, and hopefully that doesn't happen. If you whittle it just tiny, tiny, tiny little shavings like that, then you should be okay. Okay, good luck. Take care. Stay safe.